Hello there, Nino, Pascale, Fairway Independent Mortgage. Today I want to talk about a comparison of renting a home versus buying that home and owning it, and what the financial benefits, or maybe cons, not benefits, to that. So what I did was look at a $275,000 home, and the average rent, and actually this is probably a little low, but $13.30 a month for that house for $275,000, probably more like 15, but I want to be a little bit more generous to that renter. So we look at $13.30 a month for rent, and let's say we were to buy that same $275,000 home and do FHA financing, and we put 3.5% down, and let's assume that the rate's 4.5%. It actually is less today in January 20th of 2017, but I'm going to use a little bit higher number, and the total payment is $1,806. That's principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, and mortgage insurance premium for FHA. And so you're probably looking at this going, wait a second, what's the benefit? I'm paying $1,800 versus $1,330. That's almost a $500 increase in my payment. Well, remember we talked about principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. So first of all, let's talk about that principal part. Every payment, you're putting a little bit more towards the principal of that mortgage. You're paying it down. I call that the house savings account. That's your money, right? It's building equity in the home. And then also assuming that you may be in a 25% tax bracket, and check with your CPA to see what bracket you're in. But in a 25% tax bracket, that'll be about $298.98 to be able to write off. So actually the net cost is $1,152.28 with a net savings of $177.72. Cheaper, right? And so there's the benefit right there. Then let's look at an FHA loan. Let's say you want to put, or a conventional loan, you want to put 5% down. Assume the same interest rate of 4.5%. PITI, you'll be at 17.22, so it is a little less than that FHA loan. And the tax write-off and the principal paid towards your house account, your net payment is $18,087, and you would be saving $242 a month. And that sounds all good, right? Let's look at a little bit further down the road, because even I think Einstein said that the eighth wonder of the world is compound interest. And this kind of goes in line with that, saving every month, some appreciation. So let's look 5 years out. 5 years out, you would have paid $82,000, almost $83,000 in rent, and have nothing to show for it. Just in principal paid, you would have paid almost $24,000 in principal, built up equity, right? When you sell the home, you can get that. So you're already ahead by $24,000. Let's look even further, and this one's a scarier number. I took out all the way up to 7 years. And remember, we've paid down some principal, but also there's appreciation on that home. And I'm assuming just a nominal 3% rate of appreciation. In Phoenix, it's actually higher than 5%. And if we did 7 years from now, your net worth would be $103,000. Here's $110,000 because of a conventional loan, you have the more equity to start with. What are these two columns across the board? Well, I just assume, let's say that rate went up, and the rates go up to 5% versus the 4.5% that I have here. On an FHA loan, you're still $145 ahead, and on that conventional loan, you're $160 ahead. Going out 7 years, as you can see, net worth, 104, 108, still great numbers. The amount of principal paid in those first couple of years, a little less, but because I'm paying a little bit more interest. But again, I'm way ahead than renting. And I think these sound great. The 21,000, 23,000, 24,000 are great numbers. But this is the magic. This is the eighth wonder. The combination of paying down the principal and the appreciation of that home at a nominal 3%, that's where the home run is for home ownership. So if you're able to buy a home or thinking about buying a home, give me a call. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions, give you some personal guidance as far as how and what you would need to do in order to qualify. Thanks so much. You can reach me here at 480-496-2880. Have a great day.